Hello, Facebook. We're going to give a few seconds just so me and my sister could share through our Facebook pages right now.
All right, hold on. Trying to go to your page now. Try to share it. All right, cool.
Gonna pull it up as well on my phone.
All
So if you
right.
guys decide to comment, we could respond back to you guys.
What's up, y'all?
How you guys doing today? All right, we're gonna get right into this. Today, we will be talking about Mother's Day, but not just Mother's Day. We're going to be talking about our first Mother's Day without our mother. I started this TV show or this talk show, excuse me, to just uplift one another, empower one another, and just kind of give that push along life's journey because sometimes in life things can get kind of hard and rocky. And so, um, I just wanted to start off with saying that, me and my sister, we have been going through a very difficult and sad time right now because we don't have our mother. She recently passed away August 12th, 2018. And we know that um, God needed her more than we did. And so, we just prayed about everything and know that everything is going to work out the way that God wants it to work out.
Mhm.
And so we hope by sharing our story that it will be able to uplift someone else or, help someone else cope with the difficulties of losing a mother, especially around the holiday season, but definitely around Mother's Day. So my younger sister is joining me today. She's a graduate of Temple University. Her name is Grace Tiana. She's definitely an inspiring actress and she models as well. She was in the process of moving to Atlanta when our mother was diagnosed. And so she decided to stay back home in Philadelphia and help mom through her journey with cancer.
Mhm.
I lived in North Carolina. I'm a military wife, and so we're always moving. And so my thing was, I came back to Philadelphia at least once a month to, spend time with mom and to take her to her chemo treatments. And so, uh, knowing that me and you definitely went through this journey with mom, tell me, how did you go through this journey? What were your feelings?
Um. So pretty much, like you said, like I was pursuing acting like I am now, and I was getting ready to really up and leave to Atlanta. I was ready to go, take that step, take that next journey. But of course, mom told me that she had it. Of course, like for me, that was out the window. The most important thing was to be there for her. I had to be there for everything. Her appointments. I kind of had to think ahead of the journey of what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And you get a little worried. And so right off the bat, I was worried and, sad. But, I know I had to be there for all her appointments and the chemo. It was just definitely a rough process, like it still is now.
Definitely. And for me, when I would come back in town to spend time with you and mom, just to see her fighting cancer and how strong she was through the process. And she was always in high spirits and she would definitely tell us, we're going to make it through this journey. At the end of the day, if I'm here with you guys 20 years from now, or if God decides to call me home, I'm going to always be in good hands. And so,
Yeah.
you know, um,
And even that, I was going to say, and even that, you can never really fully prepare yourself for that. Like, my mom, she's really God fearing, and so are we. We're God fearing as well. But like you can never really even think about it or even imagine living without your mom. Especially how we both were so close with our mom. Whereas we would talk to mom every day, text every morning, every minute throughout the day. So, you can never really fully prepare for anything like that.
Definitely. And we wanted to just help someone that is going to be going through Mother's Day tomorrow and not being able to have their mother with you. We just wanted you to know that just continue to pray through it. It's definitely a coping process because you never get over it. It's going to be something that you just learn as the day goes on. You get stronger and stronger, and you want your mother's memory to live on. So, like for me, I would talk to my mom every morning before work. Well, before she went to work. And in the car, she would be, driving to work.
Yeah.
And that was my daily routine. I didn't wake up without talking to mom.
Yeah.
And so now that I don't have mom to necessarily talk to, I still talk to her every morning. It's just more of like a spiritual conversation.
Exactly.
But I'm calling Gracie 24/7. What are you doing today? Pick up your phone. And if she doesn't pick up her phone, I'm gonna text her. And we're just always on each other. We were always super close.
Right.
It's just now we'll just talk 24/7 nonstop. And we help each other get through this process because you need someone in your corner to help you get through whatever you might be going through. We, in our situation, we've lost our mother, or we like to say that our mothers transition into heaven, a place that we all want to go one day.
Yeah.
And so someone else might have lost someone that was close to them. It's still a process. It's still a coping thing you have to do.
Yeah.
You just have to definitely have the right people surrounding you with love. And at times when I'm down, my sister would cheer me up and say, "What are you doing today? Are you taking my kids to the beach?" She calls my kids her kids, her niece and nephew. And so how have I helped you get through this, Grace?
Well, so yeah, the same for me. Like, normally how the routine would be, my mom, she'll probably call me when she's on her way to work, or my sister will be first. Whoever calls me first, I'll pick up, and then we'll probably three-way each other. We used to three-way each other a lot every morning. And so, just being so used to that, and then it's kind of like change, we don't, you never want to accept change, and you still can't. Like for us, we still really can't, like in the morning it's really hard. Throughout the day it's super hard, but like my sister said, like she'll be blowing me up, and if she can't get me, she'll text me, and if I can't get her, I'll text her, and I'll probably call Jaden or Michaela's phone, like, what's going on? Like, we pretty much help each other, like we help each other get through it every day. We talk to each other throughout the whole day. And like she was saying earlier, that's what we need. Like you really need someone that you can lean on, someone that, understands it in a way. You know what I mean? Everyone can understand maybe pain in some form. You may be able to understand hurt, but it makes it better when there's someone there for you. Like even for me, she mentioned coping. Like for me, when it happened or going through the process, it was just hard. Like I more so would shut everybody out. I more so would turn my phone off. I like to meditate. I have my candles. Like right now, I have candles right now.
Definitely.
So that's more of me, where I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to do anything. Whereas, my friends were there for me. Really, all my friends and family were really supportive,
they were awesome.
Oh yeah, for my sister, so supportive, because like I would never want to leave the house. And like I said, I just go in my room, I put candles on, I blast the music, turn my phone off. And so, I mean, that pretty much helped me in living through the memories. Like we have a lot of family, all over the world, but the Bahamas, in particular, where they would tell us so many different stories of my mom. So many different funny stories, memories of her,
Yes.
And so that really helped us a whole lot to kind of get through. And still does. Like we have videos, pictures, our cousins and aunts and uncles, they'll send us like messages on the daily that it really helps us a whole lot, because like other than that, like all you have is a memory, and then the more you're filled with more memories, the better it is.
Definitely.
What about you, sis? How do you kind of cope with it? Like, what do you do? Because I know the kids probably keep you busy and whatnot.
Yes, Jaden and Michaela, they definitely keep me busy. They are very active. They are in soccer. Michaela is in gymnastics. And so what I do is I kind of preoccupy my time. I make sure that they come first. Like, when I'm feeling a moment, like when I want to break down and just cry and let it all out, Michaela might need help, with her phone or with her toy, or she might want me to watch a movie, or like for Jaden, he plays Fortnite or he likes to go skating. And so he's, I'm always filled with so many things to do. And so I try to get my tears out in the morning because I don't want to hold it in. And for anyone else that's going through this, like, you don't want to hold it in. You definitely want to be able to get it out, because this is something that is huge. And like my sister said earlier, you don't want it. You don't want change. But with life, you have to learn how to change when things happen out of the blue, because we thought our mother was going to be able to stay with us longer. She fought cancer for 3 years and she beat cancer the first time. We were like really happy about it. She was cancer free for like 3 months. In that time, we went back home. She's originally from the Bahamas. And so we went back home and we spent about 2 weeks there. And we just had so much fun. It was her kids and her grandkids. And the memories really do keep you going. And so, once she came back and we realized that the cancer had came back, and it came back very aggressively, and it started spreading throughout her entire body. And they told us it was in stage 4. Like, we knew what we were facing, and we continued to pray for a miracle, because we know that God can do miracles out of anywhere. They originally told mom that it was going to be about 6 months. So 3 years to 6 months, that's a miracle. That's a blessing right there. And so, once it came back, we knew what we were up against, and we continued to pray through it. And we knew my mom, she's so into the word, and she would just read scripture all day to me and Gracie all day.
That would help.
It would. And she would say to us, if the Lord is calling me home, then I'm going to go home with the Lord. And that's where we all want to be one day. It's just we never want to see someone transition to the next thing. We never want someone to leave us. And so we know she's here with us in spirit. It doesn't necessarily make it easier. We just know that it helps us get through day to day. And so, and then like for also what we wanted to share with others is you just have to have a strong support team. You want to be surrounded by the right people, because everyone goes through coping different. Everyone does. And like for me, like my sister, she said she wanted to stay in the house and we had to get her out the house. For me, it was I wanted to stay active. I didn't want time to get sad. But then my husband, he was telling me, you have to be able to understand what you're feeling and to allow yourself to go through the mourning process. You have to just go through the process, because it will help you become stronger to touch someone else's life one day.
And to go along with that, like for you, like she said, like I wanted to be alone. That's how it was. Like it's kind of like I wanted to cry, I wanted to yell, I wanted to punch the air. I didn't want no one to see me. It's kind of like I just wanted to be to myself, because for me, my mind, like nobody would really understand. Like, unless you really lost a mom, you know what I mean? I kind of felt like, well, no one would really understand. So what's the point of really talking about it? Like I'm talking about it, but that person's just going to say, I send my condolences or rest in peace. But, for that was like kind of one of my biggest fear. Like, so after my mom passed, like, so are you going to remember her? You know what I mean? So that was always like my biggest fear. And so I kind of stayed to myself a lot for that reason alone. Like we have a lot of family and friends who, told us that our mom touched them in so many different ways. And so that kind of helps us as well. But that was always my biggest fear. Like, well, are you going to remember my mom? And that alone is hard for me.
Yes.
Like, she passed away in August. We're now in May. Like, people are just moving on with their lives, and that's kind of still hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. What about you, Nish? Like, what's one of your biggest fears? Like, that's like
definitely
most.
My biggest fear is to not. Okay, yes, I have to live up to the things I want to live up to in life, but I want to live up to how mom always saw us. Like, like for instance, she knows that I want to finish my nursing.
Right.
I already have a bachelor's degree and I'm currently working on my MBA. But she would always say, keep pushing for that nursing degree. You're going to be that nurse one day. Just keep pushing. And so now, like when I send off my applications or like, when I'm writing my essay, I can hear mom, pushing me towards nursing. So I think my fear is to not live up to what she wanted me to be, but at the same time, I know I have to live up to who I want to be, but I just want to still make her proud of me. I think every kid or every child, every adult that had a mother pass away, you still want to live up to those standards that your mother might have wanted for you. So, she's going to be proud of me regardless. But at the same time, like, I want to finish these accomplishments. So I'm like, look at me, mom. When I walk across the stage for the second or third time with another diploma, I want to say, look at me, mom. I did it. Like, And so.
Yeah, I was going to say, even for me in pursuing acting and modeling, like, every day where I'm so used to her calling me in the morning, texting me, Grace, did you call that director? Grace. Grace, write your script. Grace, like, send your pictures off. So, I was doing it, but always that push, that encouragement, you know what I mean? Having that person in your corner, having that person in your ear. Did you do it? And, I would have to do it. Like, I had to make sure I did it. So it's kind of like when that happened, I wouldn't say I didn't take a step back, but I just needed some time. I just needed some time to just, my mom's not there anymore, it kind of pushed me. So it's kind of like, Grace, you gotta be a big girl and just keep it going. Keep it going. This is what you really want to do. So you gotta keep it and keep moving. And I kind of think like I had to kind of refine myself again. I kind of felt lost, and some of you guys may experience that, with death or whatever the case may be with anybody in your family. You may feel lost. Like I felt alone. I felt really lost. Still to this day, sometimes I feel alone. But it's okay to feel alone, but you just got to keep moving and keep pushing. For me, I just had to refine myself. Like I had to kind of sit down and really meditate and think like, well, what do you really want to do? So this is what you want to do. You got to stop playing. Like, and my mom, I always hear her in my her voice in my mind saying, you better get up and get going. Like, you be sad. You can't be crying. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm kind of getting that through my head now. Well, what are you doing? You schedule that photo shoot, still go to Cali, go to Atlanta, so it's kind of like, you just gotta make the determination within yourself and really go after it, and you can't let nothing be in the way, because she's still not in the way. Like for me, we talk to her every day. She's still here. I hear her in my head every single day,
Yes.
So yeah, if you feel alone, like just know, you know, it's gonna be okay. That person is really there. Your mom is really there for you. She's pushing you. She's right there. You know, we can't see it in that sense. You know what I mean? But you gotta just know it. You gotta, you know what I mean? Put it in your mind. Put it in your heart. You know, she's still in your heart. You just gotta kind of live with that person every single day. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, we hope that this message to you guys would help uplift you.
Yeah.
Continue to keep you pushing through life. Know that you are not alone, and it's okay to cope the way that you need to cope. Surround yourself with loved ones.
Right.
Reach out to somebody, and if you have to talk to someone else in your same situation or similar situation, then reach out to them, because I know me and my sister, since the transition of our mother, we have had other people reach out to us who have recently lost their mother, and we have actually reached out to other family members, cousins, who've also lost their mother, and so we understand each other, and it's just going to be a process, a transition that you will get through. You will never ever forget your mother. You will never be able to get over it. You will just live every day coping through life, and that's okay.
Okay. You know, it's just like you gotta get through it, you know, but you also gotta like just focus. Like, what is your purpose? Like, you know, I think my mom, like, she knew what her purpose was, and it made her so happy that she touched so many people. You know, I know she's still smiling down now. It's kind of like you gotta know your purpose now, and you may not even know your purpose, or what's the point of waking up every day? What's the point of doing this? But you may be touching people, and you don't even know you're touching people. You know what I mean? Like, I had a few people that said that to me, like, you touched me. What you said to me the other day, you helped me. Like, you touched me in this way. And I didn't even know. I was just, you know, sharing my experience, but I didn't even know that it was helping someone else. So you may not think that, you know, you're helping, or you may not know your purpose, but, you know, you're probably making someone happy, really on the inside. You're helping them get through it, you know.
Yes.
That's the best way to do it, is to speak out, talk about it.
Yes. I do want to touch on this one thing. Our cousins, Alicia and Courtney, they had lost their mom a few years ago. And just reading the comment, she was saying that it made them a whole lot closer. And so I definitely understand that, because me and my sister, we were like already close. We talked about everything. It's just now she can't get me off the phone. I'm on the phone with her. Same thing, right?
Right.
But I mean, unless John calls, and then you get off the phone. But other than that, like, we will stay on the phone literally all day, even if we don't talk. We're just on the phone. You know, I mean, obviously we get off, you know, and do our daily activities. But there were times when I would call mom up and I didn't have nothing to say to her. I would just call her up and say, "What are you doing today?" She would tell me what she was doing. And I expected her to stay on the phone with me, just to stay on the phone with me. And so definitely it's a process. You'll get through it.
Yeah.
And you'll just stay strong and keep pushing, because that's what we're doing. And tomorrow we're going to remember our mom, and we're just going to remember the good times. And we love to see your Mother's Day pictures going up. We still love that, you know. It's just in our season right now.
Yeah, you know,
we're gonna just be a little down.
Yeah,
but get through it.
I was gonna say that the same thing. It's like, so it's, you know, it's still hard to handle. It's still hard to see, you know, like, but of course you can't be like that. You gotta, you know, everyone has their family, they have their mom, so you still gotta, you know, you gotta be happy. You know, you just gotta. It's just a little hard right now, you know, a whole lot. So, but tomorrow we'll get through it. You know, we have you guys, we have our friends and family, and you just gotta keep pushing.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
What are
bye, guys.
you doing for Mother's Day? Talk
Oh.
what are you doing for Mother's Day? Your mom, you know?
Oh yes, yes. My husband, he's actually taking us to a water park. We currently live in Florida, and so he decided to take us to Cocoa Key. And so we're going to be celebrating tomorrow at the water park, and then Jaden, our oldest son, he is going to be a teenager on Monday, May 13th.
Oh, yay.
And so we're going to stay there for about 2 to 3 days and just celebrate.
Yes.
And he was just saying, you know, you're still their mom. We're going to make sure you stay in high spirits. And he understands me like all the way. So he knows that I'm going to be missing my mom. But at the same time, he wants to make sure that I keep pushing.
Exactly.
Because I have my two little ones that are going to be looking up to me saying, Mom, let's do the slide. And so, you know, my hair, I like to get wet. I don't care. Here we go for the ponytail, and I'm getting wet. I'm going on every slide I can get on. And so that's what I'm doing. Thanks for asking.
Yes. So guys, we really appreciate all the love and support. You know, like I said, it's hard every day. Like I think we probably cry about almost every single day. But
Yes.
you know, we know that my mom wouldn't want that. We know that she wants us to keep going and, you know, pursue your dreams, pursue your goals. She's right there with us. You know, she's giving us advice. We just gotta listen to it. We gotta, you know, really understand that she's really in our heart. You know, and same for you guys. Like, keep those around you that are there for you. You know, just take on the support. Try not to be alone. You know, because I felt depressed. Try not to be alone. Like, have fun. Try to get out, do something new, different. Just go out and enjoy the sun. Well, that could even help, and you may not even know it. So. Yeah, we appreciate you guys a whole lot. Family, friends, we love you. Thank you.
We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Mother's Day.
Let me finish drinking now. Bye.